Shinobu was born as the youngest daughter within the Kocho household, living alongside her mother, father, and older sister Kanai Kocho. She was raised in a loving and caring household, until her parents were slaughtered by demons right before her and her sister's eyes. Just when the demon was about to take the lives of her and her sister as well, they were saved by the Hashira. Shinobu and Kanai both promised to become demon slayers to protect each other, as well as prevent other people from enduring the same losses they had to experience. Shinobu later states that if a demon is slain, tens of lives would be saved. Here are some facts you probably did know about. Shinobu is the weakest Hashira in comparison to their physical abilities. She is so weak physically that she can't cut the head of the demon, so she came up with her own technique to kill the demons by poisoning them. Did you guys know that the Haori Shinobu wears belong to her sister? In the backstory of Kanao, her sister has the same Haori which Shinobu is wearing now. Who is Kanao, you ask? The sisters encountered a young girl being led away as a slave on a bridge. Intrigued by her, Kanai took an interest and decided to take the girl back to the butterfly estate, named Kanao Suyuri, from her master, and trained her to become the next Suguko. Now is time for the sad part. Take a napkin, you will need it. Here is Shinobu thoughts on other pillars. Rengoku. He's a good person, but there are times where we are not on the same page. Giyu. I think he should talk a bit more. Tokito. I diagnose his memory disorder and the treatment of his wounds. He can't choose his words well, but he's a good boy at heart. Uzui. We had a little dispute when he failed an attempt to kidnap Aoi and others. Obanai. Once in a while we talk about things. Such a defensive body movement, sword skills. Mitsuri. I like her, it's because she's cheerful and cute. Me too. Jayomai. I respect him from the bottom of my heart. Sanemi. Whenever we meet each other, he asks if I'm doing okay. Now let's talk about the sad thing. Inside the infinity castle that Muzan Kibutsuji had created after Oyakata's suicidal move, Shinobu enters a room and discovers Doma eating a group of his own female disciples. When he finally notices her, Doma reacts with delight at having another meal walk right into his room. Doma finally remembers her by the butterfly wing design Haori that Kanai once wore, and playfully expresses his disappointment at not being able to eat Kanai due to the sun rising, which further angers Shinobu. The insect Hashira swiftly launches an attack at him. Shinobu hopes that the poison will be effective enough to kill him, but then learns, much to her disappointment, that Doma had already received information regarding her poison from her battle against the spider family of lower rank 5. Doma manages to break down and render her poison non-lethal, healing himself from her attack. She is further backed into a corner due to Doma now rapidly developing antibodies. However, Doma recovers almost instantly from her attack, by which Shinobu is further enraged. Now exhausted, fatally injured, and dangerously near death, Shinobu is caught by Doma as they fell down. He embraces her in a bear hug and begins mocking her, assuring her she will live peacefully as a part of him in the end. She is absorbed by the upper rank, just as her disciple, Kanao Suyuri, arrives. Her death causes Kanao to go berserk in order to try and save her, only to be repelled by an irritated Doma, who tells her not to interfere when he's in the middle of absorbing someone. It later turns out that she did predict her death at Doma's hand. Thus, with the help of Tamayo, she had began to intake and absorb wisteria flower poison regularly for over a year in the hopes that, if Doma consumes her, he will also devour 37 kilograms worth of wisteria poison, which is nearly 700 times the lethal amount. She hoped this would be enough to kill the upper rank, or at least weaken him enough for him to be slain by her allies later. Ultimately, Shinobu's plan works out as Kanao, along with Inosuke, they manages to sever Doma's disfigured head from his body, fulfilling her revenge at last. Without Shinobu, probably all demon slayers would be dead, and Michael Jackson would win. Okay, that was all. If you liked my video, please give a like, a subscribe, and a share. Of you all.